All right, this will be my first mogul males type video, so I'm going to use the QT Cinderella method of resizing my video player, and as you may have guessed, based on the title and the thumbnail and that hint, I guess that hint would be the least of the hints, I want to talk about that amazing mid-credit scene in episode 3 of She-Hulk, why it's great, and talk about the predictable but exhausting backlash that we've got online and why they're kind of bad takes. The first person I want to talk about is actually this person. Please don't harass anybody. I should have said that before I resized, but don't harass anybody that I talk about. If you need to debate them, and I understand that need, just be respectful, do it constructively, use your critical thinking. So let's talk about some critical thinking that I don't think was utilized well enough. So this person says, this is Marvel now, shows the clip, and someone respond, this is the worst shit I've seen in Marvel. Not everything needs to be for you. And she comes back. She doesn't want to be a superhero and save people, but she's totally down to twerk for her big name client. Makes sense. Now, I'm starting this because it's the more rare, I think we can all agree, takes. Normally it's men judging women, but this is a woman judging woman. And there's nothing wrong inherently in a woman judging another woman, because sometimes it's the Jamil situation. Jamil, the person who came into the courtroom in episode 1, she will criticize other women like the Kardashians who are selling weight loss teas when really they got that waist through massive surgery and all this crazy shit and pretending. And that is a very negative effect. So I support women criticizing other women in general. Where I take issue with is in specifics where I think people have got it wrong. So her response was, she doesn't want to be a superhero and save people, much like Bruce when he first got the powers. But she's totally down to twerk with her big name client. Makes sense. So, like I said, Bruce did not want these powers. Jen does not want these powers. Bruce wants to help the world, how he knows, with science and medicine. She wants to help the world, how she knows, with her degree in law and her expertise in that field. In this episode, she helps Emil Blonsky get out on parole. We'll see if that was, is a good choice long term, but in the moment and how she did it, that was 100% what she should have been doing, and she helped do good. Now, I think there's a hint in here that's going to lead us to matching Bruce's original story again, where she might want to get rid of these powers completely leave it behind and just be a lawyer. And then I think since, it's very rare that we get one superhero and then they're gone, Quicksilver, I think she will learn to accept that she is not getting rid of this part of her, and she should stop rejecting that part of her and use it for good, as she's kind of already been doing, as taking this job as She-Hulk and using it to help Emil, just like Bruce. So I have an issue with she doesn't want to be a superhero and save people because, man, neither did Bruce. It's fine. With great power comes great responsibility. Yes, I get where you're coming from. But she didn't choose this. And like many who just were flabbergasted that Roe v. Wade got recalled, a woman can do with her body what she wants. And in this case, this is even more cut and dry because it's not even about a child who two people made together and who another person, the man might want to raise alone, would be willing to raise alone. This is purely her. It's her powers. She can do with it what she wants. If Spider-Man needs to quit, like at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, none of us saw him quit for a year and said, fuck you. You have powers. Get back out there. And that's the person with the great power comes great responsibility line. It's fine. And 2, I'll just read my response about her twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. You wouldn't, and I put Terry Crews because that was the energy I wanted to put out there. You wouldn't shake your ass with the Stallion if you got the chance. That's your choice. And I made sure to put choice/mistake. Choice because that would be your choice. I think you'd be making a mistake not twerking with her. But that's fine. That's your choice, lady. /mistake because I personally would find it a mistake. But that's for me. But I'm a 32-year-old, 240-pound corny white dude, and if Megan Thee Stallion ever offered me the chance to shake my ass with her, you're damn right I'm accepting the invitation. I'm going to have a big old happy grin and be bringing this energy to it. I don't know how to twerk, but that's what I'm going to do. All right, so there's another person who came into that. I sure am glad they aren't objectifying women. And I said, you clearly don't know what objectifying women is. Someone is. Because, and this is how I'll put it to you, how would this scene change if it was directed by Michael Bay? See all those ideas coming in, the different angles that would be used, that you can imagine being used, the different clothing that would be being worn in that situation, the differing amount of falling, cascading water on their breasts and butts, which is now reminding me of the Jennifer Lopez song that she did with, I'm not a huge fan, Big Booty. I got a big booty. That whole thing. That's not my bag. I didn't want to watch that music video. I checked it out once because a friend really liked it, and that's them. But it's just not me. I was like, you go, girl. You do that song and that music video, because I had heard that her previous marriage was like very restrictive to her body, like the dude was very insecure about her showing off her booty. So I was like, you go, girl. Not my bag. Before that, Jennifer Lopez had that movie where it was like the teenage young boy next door and there's an illicit affair. And I'm like, heard bad reviews. Not my cup of tea. You go, girl. After that music video, she did Hustlers. I was like, about strippers? You go, girl. Not my bag. I'd feel real creepy because that's me. One time I've been in a strip club. I was massively uncomfortable and it's just not me. But all those women, go for it. Get your bag. I was like, you go, girl. And then everyone was like, holy shit, it's one of the best movies of all time, all year. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I'll go. And it was mwah, chef's kiss, perfect, amazing. I would highly recommend it as a double feature with Wolf of Wall Street and Hustlers. Anyway, the point being, Jennifer Lopez wanted to do all those things. I hope she wasn't pressured into any of them. Wanted to do all those things, and it was her choice. Just like this. Megan Thee Stallion, she wants to shake her ass. It's her choice. She-Hulk, Jen wants to shake her ass. It's her choice. I would shake my ass. Hell yes, I would shake my ass with Megan Thee Stallion. Fuck, if by some miracle she ever asked, you don't think I'm gonna do it? I'm be there. But that's not objectifying women. Someone shaking their ass in a piece of media, it's all about the context and how it's presented. So fuck off. This one was the dumbest. The dumbest. I hate being catcalled, which one, you're not even showing the fucking scene where she is being harassed, which was her, one woman, at night with three men who would not take no for an answer. She clearly showed that she did not want to be bothered by them, and they understood that because they started debating against it, and she unfortunately had to use the boyfriend line, to which they still were undeterred, and they wouldn't back off until she actually posed a threat to them, which, by the way, the entire time, they were posing a threat to her, how they were acting. So fuck you for diminishing the reality of being catcalled. 2, now watch me shake my... Hell yeah, watch her shake her ass. Women can shake their ass all they want, if they want, and men cannot be creepy. Now, I'm not playing holier than thou. At a certain age, in a certain mindset, this would have been my mindset. It took aging and maturing for me to realize how flawed this is. What did I say? You're so sad. Women can't... Yep. I love it. I love it. Trisha. Walter S. and Danvers. Walters and Danvers. I did not start this episode thinking I was going to watch She-Hulk twerk. I'm crying. And it's great. It's just, let's fucking enjoy this. Oh, this I put because I noticed it was in my notifications. None of this surprises me. None of this surprises me from people on Twitter, because this doctor tweeted, I had a guy friend with a PhD in engineering ask me last week how women pee with a tampon in, and this is why men shouldn't be passing laws about women's bodies. I'll admit, I didn't know the answer to that because I never asked, never wondered. Someone put a graph below it of the actual anatomy, but I'm not going to put it on here because I don't know what YouTube will do. But here's what where I want to leave off. This last person, because they really impressed me. I was fucking shocked. I'm going to do this so I can't spoil where we're going. But let me get, okay. So on that same one with Trisha, the person who I think loved it, that's my read. They said, this show has gone downhill since episode 1. 30-minute runtime is hurting it significantly, in my opinion. I get that take. That's fine. I'll admit, I categorize it as like, How is this douchebag gonna be toxic? And then someone responded, how though? Like, it's supposed to be a comedy. It's meant to be enjoyed as like a show you watch at dinner or during lunch or just when you're bored and want to laugh. It's actually gotten better, LMAO. And I respect this person too, because my read of it, and I'm not saying this is definitely the read because I didn't ask, my read of it is they saw that message and did the same thing I did, and like, and they held back. They held back before they could know for sure if they were being an idiot. And their response, I love it. Guess the show's just not for me, and that's fine. But I'll definitely be watching every week. Super excited to see Daredevil return. That part that I emphasized, woo! I actually wasn't expecting someone on Twitter, I meant to say, to come to this conclusion on their own that something's not for them, and that's fine. You're the first person I've ever seen do this, and I appreciate you for it. I had to make that myself because there's no fucking gifts, or at least at the time of I appreciate you. I love them so much because it's so simple. Guess the show's just not for me, and that's fine. Felt like a breath of fresh god dang air. Everyone who had a problem with the twerking, okay, you expect something from your heroes. You expect them to be this definition. They're heroes. This is what She-Hulk's trying to do. They're trying to be outside that narrow view. That's all, baby. Hell, with how much MCU shit there is coming out, you could avoid She-Hulk completely and have gaggles of MCU shows and movies coming out. Too much. There's too much shit. God, I only saw one episode of Sandman so far, and I watched it last night. There's too much. I canceled my HBO so I can resubscribe with a year-long subscription at 40% off. And I'm like, do I have time? I already have Netflix. I just resubscribed to Apple TV Plus because I wanted Ted Lasso and the upcoming movie from Matthew Vaughn, Argyle. There's too much. Life is too short for you to be angry about a female hero deciding to twerk with Megan Thee Stallion. People, especially with these old ass arguments, like, we've had so much time for growth. And the truth is, it's just going to be generational. It's going to take generations for just everybody to chill out about this stupid shit. I love this guy, Brock the Cock6. Fuck. I forgot about YouTube. YouTube's now going to like this as cock. And yeah, I realized halfway through I should have been here because I'm looking this way. Oh well. We live and move on. But fuck it. Oh. I twerk with She-Hulk. I did this in my review. I did it on my TikTok. I'm so sorry for this. He almost tasted that. Num, eat it up. Okay, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest. You ain't never gotta hit me up. I guess if you want to go to anchor.fm/I love you 3000 reviews, that's where I'm reviewing them. But other than that, peace.